Court calls the case of the People versus Exton.
Welcome back to Trial Truth, where justice meets drama and the courtroom never sleeps. Today, we dive into the explosive case of the People versus Desire Exxon, a story packed with shocking drug test results, emotional pleas, family heartbreak, and a judge who refuses to be manipulated. On one side, you have the state, determined to hold the defendant accountable for repeated violations. On the other, a struggling mother, tangled between addiction, family responsibilities, and the crushing weight of the legal system, and presiding over it all, Judge Simpson, a man who mixes razor-sharp authority with biting sarcasm. Trust me, his reactions alone are worth sticking around for. But here's the twist. It's never that simple. Was this truly a case of repeated defiance, or was Desire simply caught in a spiral of personal chaos? We'll see explosive confrontations, emotional outbursts, and a courtroom divided between compassion and accountability. Pay attention to how Judge Simpson handles every inconsistency, every excuse, and every plea for mercy. His decisions shape the fate of a young mother, a child at home, and a family in crisis. By the end of this hearing, we'll see bonds revoked, deals made, and reputations shattered. But trust me, nothing plays out the way you expect. Before we dive in, I want you to ask yourself this: if someone repeatedly violated court orders, yet had a struggling family depending on them, how far should leniency go? Stick around, because what's about to unfold is part legal thriller, part human drama, and it's going to leave you questioning where justice truly lies.
Do you have a client?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Matthew Mansour, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Mr. Exton, who's approaching to my right. State your name for the record, please.
Deja.
All right.
Your Honor, there was a community corrections report dated April 9th. You have a copy of that.
I do. What were we? Really?
Your Honor, I'll address this right now. We have no excuses. We will not,
Mr. Allen?
and will never mislead this court. She takes full responsibility for her actions. She thanks this court for allowing her to remain out of custody and to continue to test. You have been fair with her. You've been sympathetic with her. She sincerely apologizes for her actions. I hope the court sees that there is something to be said about her appearance here today to take responsibility. And this is her first positive test since her very first test back in November.
Right out of the gate, the defense plays the accountability card. They want the court to believe that Desire's appearance here, apologetic, composed, and seemingly cooperative, is proof she's taking responsibility. But Judge Simpson isn't that easy to sway. The elephant in the room, that failed drug test, and not just any test. We're talking about cocaine showing up in her system. When you pair that with abnormal creatinine levels, it signals possible masking attempts, meaning the system detected signs someone might have tried to dilute or tamper with their sample. Here's where it gets fascinating. Defense attorneys often lean on first-time mistakes to soften the blow, but in this case the data doesn't lie. The judge knows these patterns. He's seen them countless times. And when a client says, "I take full responsibility," but the evidence screams otherwise, you can almost hear the skepticism building in the room. Question for you: if you were the judge, would this apology be enough to earn your trust?
Well, except for the fact that I have abnormal creatinine
I know,
throughout all of these tests.
yes, Your Honor, that is absolutely true.
Okay.
I don't know what the creatine is. I don't know what could cause
Creatinine, but
creatinine, whatever. I don't know what that is. But I do know what cocaine is, and that is,
okay, well, I don't know if you should say that out loud, but go for it.
I do know that she did test for cocaine on her last attempt on the 9th And the last time she's
I
testified,
will usually see abnormal creatinine so that you know when somebody is masking a test. Not always the case. So you can place in perspective that I have missed test, abnormal creatinine, and then finally it almost appears wasn't masked enough and the cocaine gets picked up.
This is where Judge Simpson begins tightening the screws. He connects the dots between missed drug tests, abnormal samples, and now a positive cocaine result. In the legal world, this paints a dangerous picture, a defendant who's either not compliant or actively deceptive. But here's the twist. Desire claims she never denied using drugs and blames the misunderstanding on lab terminology. According to her, she didn't know what illicit substances meant. That's a clever narrative, but for a judge, it raises eyebrows. Courts expect absolute clarity when it comes to testing compliance. This is classic courtroom drama. Facts versus excuses. And Judge Simpson's body language says it all. He's heard this script before, yet instead of snapping immediately, he lets the contradictions hang in the air. Audience, what do you think? Is this a genuine communication gap or a carefully crafted defense tactic?
understood, Your Honor. We've been doing this for enough time to know that. I just want to let you know,
You have been doing it, or are you saying me?
you, Your Honor.
Oh,
I know,
so now you're calling me old. Go for it.
oh,
Keep going. You're doing well.
didn't mean to do that. Your Honor, I just would ask this court any leniency possible. I know you know her situation.
I do, but the problem is that then come here today saying all of that, but that's not what she told community correction.
Well, Your Honor,
She denied use to community correction.
Your Honor, she's stating that she did not deny use. Okay, there's a positive test. That's what we're here.
Hold on a second. You want me to get community corrections over here?
Would that help?
Not you, I don't think. She's denying use to community correction.
Now things get messy. The defense insists Desire didn't deny drug use, but the official report says otherwise. Community corrections documented that she explicitly denied using drugs, a direct contradiction. This moment is critical because trust is currency in the courtroom. When the court perceives inconsistencies between a defendant's statements, their lawyer's claims, and official reports, credibility evaporates fast. Watch Judge Simpson closely here. He probes every angle, testing whether this was an innocent miscommunication or deliberate deception. Defense attorneys know these moments can make or break bond leniency requests. And let's not forget, this isn't just about failed tests, it's about pattern recognition. Courts track behavior over time, and conflicting stories usually trigger harsher scrutiny. Viewers, what's your take? Would you believe Desire's version of events or trust the official reports instead?
You have the report in front of you, counsel?
Yes, I do.
Look at the box.
Yes, I
What's
see
it
it.
say?
It says denies use. That was,
She's saying that didn't happen.
yes.
So she admitted use.
Now she's admitting use.
No. But she's talking to community corrections. What did she tell community corrections?
Can I speak?
You can do it. Hey, it's
So
up
when
to
the
you.
lady- So before Agent Carr called, the lady called and said it was illicit drug. I told her I didn't know what illicit, I said, what is illicit drugs? And she said, I can't tell you the exact what it is. Call your agent. And when I called Agent Carr and she said what it was, I told her, okay. So I never denied it, but the lady that called from the lab called and just said illicit drugs. And I didn't know what illicit drug was. So that's probably what I came in contact, but I mean, you could ask Agent Carr. I definitely didn't deny use. Once I talked to her.
So then how did the cocaine get in your system?
And here it is, the million-dollar question: how did cocaine get into your system? Desire hesitates, stammers, and eventually admits she used it a couple of days before. That moment shifts the entire energy of the courtroom. Why? Because up until now, there was wiggle room, possible lab errors, misunderstandings, semantics. But once you admit to use, every defense strategy shrinks. From a legal standpoint, this admission is devastating. It cements the violation and makes it harder for the defense to negotiate leniency later. Yet, Desire tries to pivot back, bringing up kidney issues as an explanation for abnormal test results. It's a last-ditch attempt to soften the narrative. But here's the kicker. Judges deal with hundreds of these excuses every year. Simpson listens, but you can almost sense his patience thinning.
What you mean? How did it get in my system?
Yeah,
Okay.
when?
When? Like, I don't know, a couple of days before.
Anything else?
And the abnormal creatinine, I mean, that pops up. I have kidney problems. So that I got a report on that. And she got what she wanted. So, I mean, that been in a lot of my tests and all the stuff still pops up. It's literally in almost every test that I had, but things still popping up from stuff that I'm prescribed and the cocaine.
Anything else? What are we doing with this case?
Well, Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Ganatra. He was kind enough to honor the offer made the last PCC. I was just trying to ask this court if it had any leniency for this situation.
To do what?
Excuse me?
What were you asking me to do?
Your Honor, I'm asking for any leniency for this bond violation.
Okay, so on March 14th, she was here. I told her no more missed tests, right?
Yes, you did.
I also gave her an admonishment about how she was treating the people. I'm trying to think at what date I had to do that. Back in December, she was mistreating the people over at Community Correction.
That'd be the 11th.
In December.
Yeah. December 11th, bond violation.
And then don't make it a few months. And then I have to tell her, don't miss tests. And then she tests positive.
Judge Simpson lays it out bluntly. Desire was warned multiple times about missed drug tests and attitude issues with community corrections. Despite those warnings, she tested positive again. This is where the human element clashes with legal obligations. On one hand, Desire has a special needs child, a struggling family, and a job she might lose. On the other, the court has to enforce accountability to maintain trust in the system. You can see Simpson wrestling with this balance. He knows her situation is complicated, but he also sees a repeated pattern of non-compliance. This tension between compassion and consequence is what makes courtroom dramas like this so compelling. Viewers, imagine yourself in the judge's seat. Would you prioritize strict accountability or lean on compassion for the sake of her family?
Your Honor,
She just seems to do what she wants to do herself.
you wanted me to let you know that she's struggling. And she has a special needs child at home and going through a lot. So
The cocaine helped.
no, obviously not. Look where we're at.
What were you gonna do with the case itself? No.
Yeah. Oh,
So there's a plea offer, but I've not written up the plea form while she's got.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen today. How often are you using? Now, young lady, you can, as your counsel has indicated, I guess I'm old and I've been doing this a minute. So you can go ahead and tell me what you want to tell.
I mean, I don't, I don't want to tell you anything but the truth. I take responsibility for it. And
How often are you using?
like, you want to like, is it an everyday thing?
I don't know that that's a hard question.
I have a problem with it. I stopped it and I started back.
Was that my question?
Well, a couple times.
Okay, look, no. Here's the thing. I don't mind trying to find a way, pretty much everybody in this room that's involved in the system, try to have you work this out and try to assist you to try to get past them. But if you don't want to answer my questions, you want to skate around everything, I don't have time for it. So here's what I'm going to do.
Probably a couple of times a month.
Oh, now you want to answer me, right? I'm going to adjourn the probable cause conference. I'm going to adjourn it out 1 week to the 18th, 2024 at 9 a.m. This time, given the violation, you can think about what you really want to say. Defendant's bonds revoked, defendants remain.
Here comes the turning point. Judge Simpson revokes Desire's bond. That's a huge blow for the defense. It means she'll stay in custody, at least until the next court date. Legally, bond revocation signals the court's belief that the defendant can't be trusted to comply with conditions while out. It's not just punishment, it's risk management. But here's where strategy kicks in. The defense immediately pivots, trying to negotiate leniency and emphasize her responsibilities at home. They bring up her child, her job, and her grandmother's struggles. This isn't manipulation. It's a calculated attempt to humanize her case and sway the court. Will it work? That's the suspense we're riding on here. Viewers, ask yourself, should personal struggles outweigh repeated violations, or does fairness demand equal consequences for everyone?
Court calls case People versus Desir Exton.
And Matthew Mansour, Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Exton. Here's my right. Exton, can you state your name for the record, please?
Deja Exton.
I have before me a plea form that indicates that the defendant would be pleading guilty to added counts 3 and 4. 3 being attempted possession of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle, the 1-year offense. And count 4 being use of a controlled substance, also the 1-year offense, also a 1-year offense. On her successful plea to those charges, counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed. That's the court's entire understanding of the agreement.
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
May I have her sworn?
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
State your name.
Deja Exton.
Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges. Is that correct? First is the charge and added count 3 of attempted possession of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $1,250 fine plus court costs, and mandatory forfeiture of the weapon. You understand that?
Yes,
Count 4 is use of a controlled substance. That is also a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and or $2,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
yes,
You also understand, ma'am, while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge. You would be sentenced before Judge Freshour in the 14A4 District Court.
yes,
Still wish to plead guilty
yes,
to the charge of attempted possession of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle? How do you plead?
guilty,
To the charge of use of a controlled substance? How do you plead?
guilty,
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
yes,
You signed an advice of rights form today, is that correct?
Yes,
Any questions regarding any of those rights? Please look at paragraph 5 on that form. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You, by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
yes,
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
yes,
Are you on probation or parole?
no,
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to this charge?
no,
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
no,
You're doing this voluntarily
Yeah.
of your own free will
yes,
because you believe that you are indeed guilty of these offenses?
yes,
On May 22nd, 2023, at the location of Tower in near Ann Arbor. Yes, okay, in the city of Saline, Washington County, state of Michigan. Were you in a motor vehicle?
yes,
Did you have a weapon in that vehicle?
yes,
What was it? Was it a pistol?
yes.
Where was it located?
Under the seat, I mean, in the Kia Soto,
I'm sorry?
in the car, in the Kia Soto.
Got it. You don't have authority to carry a weapon in that fashion. It was in the passenger compartment, correct?
Yes,
You don't have permission to carry it in that fashion that you were carrying it, do you?
no,
All right. Did you also have in your possession heroin and or fentanyl?
yes.
Had you used it?
Have I used it? Yes,
Had you used it? Okay, and you knew what you were using was heroin and or fentanyl?
yes,
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
People are satisfied.
Defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty. 2 counts 3 and 4 counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A4 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
April 23rd at 9 a.m. before Judge Fresh Hour.
April 23rd, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Fresh Hour.
Your Honor, my client would like me to address bond.
Go ahead briefly.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Exton is Michigan born and raised. She's a Detroit resident. She's a full-time mother with full-time custody of a 3-year-old daughter. She works full-time at Amazon at the Brownstown location. She's not sure if she still has that job, but she's been employed there ever since November. To my knowledge, she has no open criminal cases. She's not on probation. She's not on parole. Her iChat is clean. Her record of appearances in this court, she's never missed a date. She does not own or possess any firearms. She has no plans to leave the state of Michigan anytime soon. We know she has not been perfect while testing on bond. She has spent the entire week in jail. She had a lot of time to think and reflect on her mistakes. All this time away from her child. Her 80-year-old grandmother is struggling right now, trying to help take care of that child. Your Honor, I'm asking for a PR bond on her behalf, allowing her one final chance to show you that she has learned from her mistakes, and she personally would like to apologize to you herself.
I can speak. Oh,
If you'd
yeah,
like.
I apologize for the way my attitude been perceived in this court.
Perceived?
I mean, I apologize. That's not who I am. I had a lot of time to reflect on my actions and I learned my lesson. I don't want to be that person.
Your Honor, can I speak?
I don't know who you are.
Oh my God.
Yelling from the, who is that? Who are you?
I'm her mother.
Go ahead, man. I need your name.
My name is Heather Gregory, then your revocation mother. I'm here because she do have a 3-year-old child that's a special needs child. I work all the time, over 60 hours. I just came back from out of town, and my mother is struggling to take care of her daughter, by herself because we just lost my father. If we gotta have on a tether or whatever, Your Honor, we definitely need her home because my mother cannot take care of the child and I work too much.
This is one of the most emotional moments of the hearing. Desire's mother steps in, pleading with the court to release her daughter. Her voice cracks as she explains the family's struggles. An aging grandmother, a small child, financial strain. These raw, unscripted pleas are powerful, and judges know it. but emotion doesn't erase facts. Simpson listens carefully, but his earlier frustrations with Desire's choices still loom large. This moment highlights a core tension in the justice system. How much should personal hardship influence legal consequences? For many viewers, this will hit close to home. It's a reminder that every case isn't just about laws and violations. It's about families, ripple effects, and real lives behind the legal jargon. Question for you. If you were in Judge Simpson's place, would this emotional appeal sway you?
She explained to you what she did?
She did.
She did not?
She did not. She did not.
Okay, let me just put it to you this way, Mom. She's in custody because she worked her way there. I mean, it wasn't just where I just threw her in. She was coming, she had issues over with an attitude problem over at Community Corrections and doing stuff there. I gave her a warning. Didn't lock her up. She was supposed to be testing. She was supposed to be doing everything. Next thing I know, she shows back up here. And she not only has abnormal creatinine levels, which would be positives at any event, I was still giving her the benefit of the doubt, but then shows up with cocaine in her system. That's how she ended up locked up. So the difficulties are not because of anything the court's doing, it's because of what she's not doing and then not telling me the truth.
I mean, like I said, I didn't know the full extent. I've been out of town, I went out of town, you know, so I didn't know what happened. But she was court, I mean, you had lots of drugs. And like I said, she got a special needs kid, a daughter that had cerebral palsy, my mother trying to take care of. And it's hard. I know she's not perfect, and I know she has an attitude
Oh, yeah, she does.
problem, which I mean, she might have got it from me, but I definitely need her home because I got this grandchild that needs her. So over all that, Your Honor, I'm just asking, can you please give her another chance? And if I gotta watch her, I will, but I definitely need her home for my granddaughter's sake.
Any response from the people?
No.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gunnar. Outside of that, Mr. Why should I even bother letting you out? Because I just have a feeling what's going to end up happening is Judge Freshour is going to have to lock you right back up.
I'm not gonna be the person that I was. I had time to think in jail, trust me. I don't wanna be there.
Their previous month. Of course, messed everything up. Mhm. $5,000 personal recognizance bond. I'll reinstate previous conditions.
And just like that, a twist. Judge Simpson reinstates bond, but with strict new conditions. He sets a $5,000 personal recognizance bond and orders GPS tether home confinement, meaning Desire can't leave home without permission, except for work. He also warns her, in no uncertain terms, mess up one bit, and you'll be right back. This is a textbook example of a judicial compromise, balancing accountability with opportunity. Simpson's not cutting her loose. He's tightening the leash while giving her one last chance. But make no mistake, this is Desire's final warning. One misstep, one mistest, one violation, and the outcome could be far harsher. Viewers, what do you think? Did Judge Simpson make the right call here, or was this generosity undeserved?
You need to thank him.
Thank you, Judge Simpson.
Thank you, Your
You
Honor.
what?
She would get a different date.
Yeah. Difference. But hold on, hold on. Reinstate the previous conditions. Also indicate that there's to be no further tests. I will also order GPS tether. Home confinement, except work.
Your Honor, could I get that date one more time if it changed? For
I
sentencing,
didn't give it to you yet.
I'm sorry.
Sentencing date now will be one, May 14th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. Be sending a note to Judge Freshour, so young lady, if you mess up one bit, trust me, you'll be right back.
Simpson's closing remarks are crystal clear. This is strike 3. He's giving Desire one final shot, but the stakes couldn't be higher. In courtroom terms, this is called conditional mercy. The court acknowledges her struggles, grants leniency, but attaches tight safeguards to protect the system's integrity. It's a last lifeline, and if she fails, the rope snaps. For viewers, this is where the human drama peaks. You can't help but wonder, will Desire take this chance seriously, or will history repeat itself? Question to you, if someone you cared about got this last chance, would you trust them to follow through, or would you prepare for another downfall? And there you have it, a case that blends legal precision, personal struggle, and human drama in every frame. Judge Simpson faced an impossible balance: uphold the integrity of the court while recognizing the realities of addiction, family, and survival. In the end, he crafted a second chance solution, one last opportunity for Desire to prove she can comply. But remember this, leniency isn't freedom. With GPS monitoring, strict testing, and a zero-tolerance warning, the margin for error has vanished. One misstep, and the system will come down harder than ever. For viewers, this case forces us to confront uncomfortable questions. Should personal hardships influence legal consequences? Where's the line between compassion and accountability? And most importantly, can second chances truly change lives? We'll be watching closely when sentencing comes in April, because this isn't the end of Desire's story, it's just the next chapter. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Trial Truth for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Justice isn't always black and white, and we're here to uncover every shade in between.